Hello everybody. I don't know why the Spotify in the bottom corner is still playing, but it is what it is. Give me a hot sec and we will get on with the thing. Hide and unhide chat box. That we're going to reset it. So yeah, we're doing the 6-hour mode on FNaF in real time today. I have put some stuff on the Discord, which link should be in the description, but also is on the link tree on my profile if that one doesn't work, because I need to make sure, I need to double check that. Would not be surprised if it doesn't work. Was going to do this earlier today, but ended up getting a bit busy. We are doing the 6-hour mode, so you know it's going to be long and boring to start with. I have not brought anything for entertainment at the start besides food, because I am hungry. But yeah, we have the 6-hour mode to do, and after this we have not really got much else to do. Honestly, just because it was fun. Nine minutes. Story. There is no time. Hard, medium, easy. Story. I'm just open up chat on my phone.
The person you're trying to reach is no longer in service.
I need to edit the thumbnail a little bit because I forgot to add that. Am I not able to edit it at the moment? So I forgot that on YouTube Studios it's a bit different. Edit. So there we go, let me reload. 36-hour shift. There we go. Much better. That's what I wanted. So yeah, chat. Sorry, my hair's a bit of a mess today. That's the reason why yesterday I didn't have my camera on. But you know, here we are. But let's stop stalling, shall we? Oh, little figures on it, that's cool. Alright. Hi.
Hello? Hello? Hello. Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
I hear you, bitch.
Okay. This has happened before, where the input on your phone isn't working. We'll have someone come out and fix the microphone on your phone thing. All right. Yeah. I just gotta read out this thing, corporate jargon. I contractually have to, or I could get fired. So, just it's a whole. Just let me do it, and I'll yeah. Where is it? Okay. Got it. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Here at Fazbear Entertainment, we like preserving an atmosphere of wonder and hope. At every chance you get, make sure you add to the immersive experience that is the Fazbear franchise.
Ooh.
This is our newest location, and it promises to be our very best yet. Of course, Freddy himself is here to stay, being our prized main character, alongside longtime returning companions like Chica, who had a restaurant of her very own back in the day. His good friend on the electrical guitar is named Bonnie, a blue, brash beam of excitement for our young audience. Finally, we come to Foxy the Pirate, who has a stage of his own, a Pirate Cove of Adventure. He's the one who's under maintenance right now.
As always.
So that's... keep that in mind. Together, our four fun, fantastic friends perform the best of the best in early 80s pop songs that we could license for cheap, along with a few more copyright-free jams. Freddy is the lead singer, with Chica on backup vocals, Bonnie as the lead guitar, and Foxy uses his hook and sword as a percussion triangle. Isn't that neat?
Oh yeah, I forgot that today.
There's a bit more, so just bear with me.
Mm-hmm. We have 6 hours, don't worry about it.
You work the night shift and are our pizzeria's prized guardian. Make sure you're checking the cameras all night long, because our Faz band likes to take to the halls and check the place out. But if they get into your security room, they could really make a ruckus, so make sure they don't do that. You probably don't know this from any outside form of media, and you will not be able to figure this out on your own based on very obvious context clues, but the doors can actually close using buttons to your left and right.
Really?
Wow. This innovative technology allows for the doors to be closed using electricity. But you need that power for your lights and camera monitor as well. How cool!
Whoa.
If you need food during the night, feel free to grab a pizza from the kitchen. The cost will be taken out of your salary with interest.
With interest.
The code to the employee bathrooms is 1749012359997645 2908. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing persons report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached, and the carpets have been replaced.
So hard already.
Make sure you check those cameras, don't let the animatronics in, and have a very fun and exciting 6 hours of doing nothing but this. That's right. You're spending 6 hours doing this. Remember that. 6 whole hours at Freddy's. This is what you chose to do. Sitting down for 6 hours at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
No checkpoints either.
I do not know why the last portion of the script they give me is so aggressive. It really points out the fact that you're doing this for 6 hours. It's quite like it's weird, so I apologize for that. I hope you have a nice night, and call me if you need any assistance or like in an emergency situation. But you won't be able to talk to me, so just use like do you have a cell phone? You can use a cell phone to call the cops if you want. Okay, have a nice night.
I'm already bored, chat. Hold on. Opera.
Hi, thank you for calling John's Fantastic Pizza, open 24 hours. What can I get started for you? Yes, we do deliver. Okay, extra cheese. Okay. Hold the sauce. Okay. Do you want any extra toppings? No. Okay. Oh, sorry. Give me 1 sec. Okay. Have a good night at Fazbear's Pizza. Goodbye.
All right, chat. We've got 6 hours of this. Buckle down. It's gonna be so fucking hard. In the meantime, I've got Scran. Because I'm hungry. Or 8 minutes in, chat. You just walked away. It's back to me, Ethan. Yes, chat, this is officially what you're doing. I forgot that even when I'm on Opera, it's still tapped into the game. Hell yeah. I'm still using the same as always, because it's a bit easier for me. But I do want to get a custom one of my persona though. I also want to get a fursuit, but expensive. Minutes in. You can get some for like 500, but they're not the best. No offense to the fursuit makers that do sell them for 500. You put a lot of effort in, I respect it, but up your prices. Because some people, they're only getting the 500 ones to then ruin them, pretty much. But yeah, like some of the good ones that are over $1,000 can go up to like $5,000 for a suit. And I'm sat here with like £3 to my name. What do you think of this very exhilarating gameplay though, chat? Because this is what it would look like if you're working this. If you did this as, actually I'm gonna finish this bag, go turn off my light, and then, you know, Let me untangle this and I'll go turn off my light. And yes, chat, I am doing the full 6 hours. But I'll do it not over separate days, but if I die, it'll be the end of the run for this day. And I will keep going until I eventually finish the full 6 hours. And then I can, hi Bonnie, then I can say I have 100%ed. You boy. Let me go turn off my lights. My headset cable got tangled around my foot. Even though I didn't step where it would get tangled. But, oh well. Bonnie, where did you go? They're on this side with Chica. No. Anyways, chat. Got another bag. But I already knows. We're eating good tonight. Well, for the 6 hours. It's only been 18 minutes, bear in mind, chat. I saw her forehead. Yeah, the Discord link in the bio does work. So, not bio, in the description does work. So if you want to join the Discord, you can... We'll do movie nights every so often. There we go. just getting a screenshot so I could do that as a better thumbnail for after stream. Well, fuck's sake. Wasn't that long, chat? Hold on. That was my mistake, because I was eating and then I realized, oh wait, Bonnie. It's on the other side. And then didn't even actually move over.
That's their employment console.
No wasting time with Grinch. I clicked the phone and it liked everything. Hey chat. Sorry, I did a stupid and
Hello? Hello, hello?
was looking over here.
Hello.
Yeah, I did a stupid, looked at one side and was like, oh wait, yeah, there's also a Bonnie here, not
Can
just
you hear
Chica.
me? I can't hear you.
Moved over, went to click the door
Okay.
as
This
it ticked over
has
for him to
happened
move in.
before,
So,
where the
you know.
the input on your phone isn't working. We'll have
So
someone
redoing
come
it.
out and fix the microphone on your phone thing. All right. Yeah. I just gotta read out this thing, corporate jargon. I contractually have to, or I could get fired. So, just it's a whole. Just let me do it, and I'll yeah. Where is it? Okay. Got it. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life.
We only made it 20 minutes in,
Here
so
at
anyway.
Fazbear Entertainment, we like preserving
Not too
an
long.
atmosphere of wonder and hope. So at every chance you get, make sure you add to the immersive experience that is the Fazbear franchise. This is our newest location, and it promises to be our very best yet. Of course, Freddy himself is here to stay, being our prized main character, alongside longtime returning companions like Chica, who had a restaurant of her very own back in the day. His good friend on the electrical guitar is named Bonnie, a blue, brash beam of excitement for our young audience. Finally, we come to Foxy the Pirate, who has a stage of his own, a Pirate Cove of Adventure. He's the one who's under maintenance right now. So that's... keep that in mind.
No.
Together, our four fun, fantastic friends perform the best
This
of
is-
the best in early 80s pop songs that we could license for cheap, along with a few more copyright-free jams.
No.
Freddy
This
the
is
lead
just
singer,
the
with Chica
Five Nights at
on
Freddy's
backup
in real
vocals.
time 6-hour
Bonnie
mode.
as the lead guitar, and
So,
Foxy
it's
uses
just
his
the
hook and
FNaF
sword
one.
as a percussion triangle. Isn't that neat? There's a bit more, so just bear with me. You work the night shift and are our pizzeria's prized guardian. Make sure you're checking the cameras all night long, because our Faz band likes to take to the halls and check the place out. But if they get into your security room, they could really make a ruckus, so make sure they don't do that. You probably don't know this from any outside form of media, and you will not be able to figure this out on your own based on very obvious context clues, but the doors can actually close using buttons to your left and right. Wow. This innovative technology allows for the doors to be closed using electricity, but you need that power for your lights and camera monitor as well. How cool! If you need food during the night, feel free to grab a pizza from the kitchen. The cost will be taken out of your salary with interest. The code to the employee bathrooms is 1749012359997645 2908. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing persons report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached, and the carpets have been replaced. Make sure you check those cameras, don't let the animatronics in, and have a very fun and exciting 6 hours of doing nothing but this. That's right, you're spending 6 hours doing this. Remember that. 6 whole hours at Freddy's. This is what you chose to do. Sitting down for 6 hours at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
That is right.
I do not know why the last portion of the script they give me is so aggressive. It really points out the fact that you're doing this for 6 hours. It's quite like... it's weird, so I apologize for that. I hope you have a nice night, and call me if you need any assistance. Or like in an emergency situation. But you won't be able to talk to me, so just use like a... Do you have a cell phone?
No.
You can use a cell phone to call the cops if you want. Okay. Have a nice night. Hi, thank you for calling John's Fantastic Pizza, open 24 hours. What can I get started for you? Yes, we do deliver. Okay, extra cheese. Okay. Hold the sauce. Okay. Do you want any extra toppings? No. Okay. Oh, sorry. Give me 1 sec. Okay. Have a good night at Fast Food Pizza. Goodbye.
They asked for bread with cheese. No sauce. No extra toppings. Bread with cheese. Why'd they not add garlic to have garlic bread? You could have had cheesy garlic bread, but you did not get cheesy garlic bread. You just got bread with cheese. Carl. Whoa. You want some bread with your cheese? Chat, while we have nothing to do, give me 1 sec, chat. While we have nothing to do,
It's a staple food for people all over the world. Smothered in butter and jelly, or dipped in gravy, it's a delicious treat that's hard to resist. And we're willing to bet you can't resist the opportunity to find out what goes into the making of your daily bread. Multigrain bread is made from several ingredients, such as flaxseed, buckwheat, soy, and multigrain bread. This protective grill prevents any ingredients from crawling back up the container to escape their fate. The recipe calls for 1/2 ton of flour, which is locked inside with the other mix-ins, forcing them to become friends as bread or die as a burned pile. We begin by finding the best carb coffin that we can for our bread. These giant troughs are the perfect place for the dough to rise and to pay respect to the loaves that have fallen before us. The dough rising normally takes hours, but thanks to television magic, only takes seconds. I wish I could have done the same thing with my divorce proceedings. This mixer needs the dough just like I need a better divorce lawyer. When the dough finally gets super goopy, an officially mustached man scoops the dough into a large tub. The dough is afraid of heights and urinates on itself just a little bit as it's dumped onto a slide. Then it's on to the batter bitch slapper. 2 bitch slapping arms form 2 lines of dough while simultaneously teaching the dough its place. The dough pieces are then rolled into balls, the familiar shape of bread. Everyone loves to use the common phrase, "Hey, pass me a ball of bread, why don't ya?" The dough balls are sprinkled with powdered anime to infuse them with optimism before they're whipped by a drawbridge stolen from the legends of the Hidden Temple. Then the bread is flattened into pancakes because our editor screwed up with our footage again. The dough is then rolled to teach it a valuable skill in case an enemy sniper opens fire. The dough is rolled to the perfect size to fit into these molds that are shaped to the exact size of exactly rolled out dough. Here we see them making bread for kids' meals. These smaller portions of carbs will be shipped out to fast food restaurants around the country for use in their kids' meals. If a loose nut or bolt lands in the batch, it will ship with toy included. These machines were originally created for a German metal band's music video from the mid-2000s. Meanwhile, these hot dog rolls are being spanked. It's not that they were naughty, they just paid extra for this. The hot dog pieces must not touch one another, so Wolverine from the X-Men helps in separating them. Well, that was weird. Back to the multi-grain bread. Somehow, perhaps through magic, the dough rises to fill the entire mold. Then the dough
Since
is
we have
baked
nothing
at
else to do, watching how
420
bread is
degrees
made.
for about, we joke, minutes. A vacuum system gives the loaves a good sucking, and then they're placed into a large conveyor where they're sucked off.
Are they now?
Bread traffic is then directed across the bread highway, which has notoriously awful traffic because of all the bread tourists and loaves of bread driving like they're the most important loaf of bread on the road. Then it's on to the slicer, which is the best thing since... I feel like I had a good analogy for this. It's the best thing since... It's the best thing since bread that you don't need to slice yourself. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Sliced loaves are now packaged and ready to hit store shelves. Just in time for you to go to the store and realize they've already sold out of that specific kind of bread you like.
Shame.
This episode is brought to you by Air Up.
Yeah, let's do this one because it's Swiss.
The Swiss call this cheese fromage del Page, which means cheese from the high mountain pastures. Master cheesemakers
Now it's
retreat
cheese.
to their chalets high in the Swiss Alps to make this special cheese. These individuals follow a tradition of cheese making that goes back to the Middle Ages. Swiss cheese is produced by cheesemakers who hike their most attractive cows high into the Alps for 5 months. In the morning, they milk their cows' drippy udders for about 7 minutes using a milking machine. Patting the cow's hindquarters increases its arousal during the process, which results in milk with a higher fat content.
Okay.
Meanwhile, in the room with 2 giant saucepans, previously harvested milk has its fat skimmed from the top, which is put in a slop bucket. Meanwhile, in Uncle Gary's rustic cabin that he bought to finally get away from his stupid fat wife, Uncle Gary adds live bacteria to the milk to help preserve it, and roasts it in a cauldron over an open flame. While roasting, the milk's dust is removed with a dustpan, and an enzyme called renin is added while Uncle Gary enjoys swirling his arm in his new milky white bliss. After about 40 minutes, these active ingredients create a disgustingly gooey pile of slop known as cheese curd. He then uses a wire broom to sweep up the cheese curd, which is something he probably should have done before using the dustpan. Oh, now he's got 2 dustpans. Well, fuck off, Uncle Gary, you good-for-nothing showboater. A mysterious stranger enters from just off frame as Gary continues to absent-mindedly continue to mix the mixture, separating the curds and leaving behind the liquid called whey. Uncle Gary, you are so bad at sweeping, it's unreal. An electric mixer then does the whole job far better than any human ever could. The cheesemaker then washes his arms and hands because any impurities in the cheese would ruin it. This step seems meaningless because he was molesting the cheese with his bare arms earlier, but it's not my job to commentate, only to narrate. One of the best perks of working at the cheese factory is you get to do this, which is often described by cheesemakers as having a Swiss orgasm. Using cheesecloth, Uncle Gary and the mysterious stranger experience a wholesome homosexual meet-cute by filtering out the curds. Unfortunately, both of them are straight, but that's not going to stop any of the ravenous Swiss cheese cinematic universe fanfiction writers all over the internet.
How did you know?
The cheesemaker stuffs the sack of cloth into a mold and presses it while screaming, become cheese, damn you!" to remove the leftover whey. 3 molds can be placed into a wooden cheese press at the same time. Fun cheese fact, this process was the inspiration for the Queen and David Bowie song, Crazy Train. After a long day of being pressed, the cheese is then tucked into bed so it can get enough rest to do it all again tomorrow. Nighty-night, cheese. If too much liquid is left in the cheese, the Prime Minister of Switzerland has vowed that he will declare martial law for the entire country for the next year until the problem is corrected. The next morning, the excess cheese created by the mold is cut off and thrown in the garbage. According to Swiss cheese propaganda, this and every other part of the process is done by hand, even though we literally saw them using an electric mixer just 1 minute ago. I'm not making this part up. After a saltwater bath, it's time for the cheese to be put on a cheese shelf, which acts as their form of government, similar to a caste system. Cheese on higher shelves have more rights, power, and authority than the cheeses on the lower shelves, just like God intended. Meanwhile, in the Hall of Loyal Cheeses, the Swiss president elects the prime candidate for one final top-secret mission to assassinate Director Mozzarella, ending their competition in the cheese market and ensuring Switzerland's complete dairy dominance.
Goddamn.
And now, a quick word from our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Air Up. The Hugbee's
I'm not sponsored by Air Up.
Network would like to thank its sponsor for this episode, Air Up. Over the last century, the scientific community
I want more.
is a
How
meal
is it
that
made, by
appeals
the
to
way?
the discriminating palate, but it had very rudimentary beginnings. The first sushi was actually a form of food preservation. Salted fish was covered in cooked rice and left to ferment for months and even years. The rice was then thrown away
She ain't doing
and the
none.
fish consumed. Fresh sushi is an invention that's only about 100 years old. The Japanese realized that cooked rice could be eaten instead of just being used as a food preservative. Rice may be an important part of sushi depending on who you ask. Only short or medium grain rice is used because grains that are too long can uncomfortably poke customers in the cervix. First, the chef swishes the rice around in some water to thoroughly clean the rice grains. After draining, the rice is now ready to use, but pickier chefs insist on washing the rice a second time.
The double wash. Oh no.
The chef that we hired for this segment insisted he immediately wash the rice using his bare hands for hours. We're not sure if this is correct, but he's the chef and we're not. After a final molesting of the rice, it's time for one last washing under a tap water sink to reintroduce impurities, helping to flavor the rice. The rice is then washed in an equal amount of water, and since its 21st wash makes it old enough to drink, it's given some sake to celebrate.
21st
Beef jerky
wash.
is soaked in beef piss overnight, providing both an appetizer and handy rice additive. In a desperate bid to be edgier to gain a PG-13 rating, the rice is given a Golden Corral shower, followed by multiple firm butt smacks. little bit of sushi dom play. The mystery ingredient in most sushi is fish. Sometimes inventive chefs will substitute it for raw beef, pork, or chicken.
Not chicken.
First, the chef lifts the gills to... Oh my. Are we allowed to show this on TV? Well, I guess we are rated PG-13 now. This fish sees all of your sins, and that's why he died. The fish is tickled to make sure it's dead. If there's any doubt it's still alive, the chef whips out the Fish Fucker 5000.
What the fuck?
Next, the chef's knife is imbued with the kanji for sea life and genocide, giving the chef +5 strength when cleaving seafood. Be sure to check that your sushi chef is Japanese, because let's be honest, you're just a little bit racist, aren't you?
No.
The head is put to the side as a warning for the others as the body is filleted. Now, using the Jeffrey Dahmer method, the skin is carved away from the flesh. This can also be done with a stabbing motion, known as the O.J. Simpson method. Tweezers are used to extract any small bones, blubberies, fish penises, and finstrels that may be left over. Slicing 90% of the time into the fish and 10% of the time into his own fingers, the chef cuts across the grain to create smooth, unbroken pieces of fish and fingerprints. Some chefs choose to remove the plastic wrap from their fish before cutting, but this is optional. Stacking the slices separately helps maintain their texture, but piling them together is a Japanese custom that tells the customer you think they're ugly. Remember this fact the next time you go out for sushi. The red gelatin prepared for dessert has finally settled in the fridge, so now it's time to slice that up as well. Don't forget to continue checking that... Hey, wait a minute! I knew I recognized him. That's Peter! It's Peter Yamaguchi!
Peter.
No wonder he excessively handles all this rice and fish with his bare hands. Good job on the promotion, Peter. Spring onions provide the Japanese equivalent of filling up on bread rolls, saving the restaurant money in the long run. Water is mixed with wasabi powder to make wasabi paste, the evolved form of wasabi powder.
Wow.
If this paste comes in contact with a leaf stone, it will become its final evolved form, broccoli. There's more sushi to come after this word from our sponsors.
Fuck your sponsor. We want sushi law. We're 30 minutes in.
Hi, I'm Hugbees, and I know 3 things and 3 things alone in life. 1, how to soothe a tiger into a false sense of security using only song. 2, how to plummet a Fortune 500 company into bankruptcy using only my wits. And 3, how to get restaurant quality meals at home using only Factor. Factor is a ready-to-eat meal service that will let you look Julia Child straight in the eye and tell her to kiss your ass because you're eating fresh, never frozen, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals in just 2 minutes. What do you mean Julia Childs died in 2004? Fill your fridge with an amazing selection of entrees and then continue stuffing your gullet with Factor's other fine offerings such as breakfast, snacks, and beverages. I may be a little fancy overhyped boy right now talking about this company, but that's because there's this weird thing that happens every now and then, every millennia, once in a generation called truth in advertising. I've been using Factor since September of 2023. Oops! I accidentally dropped the first page of my account's order history on the screen right now to prove that I'm not bullshitting you, and that I actually like and regularly use Factor. Isn't that weird how sometimes products you hear about online are kind of great? What, you still don't believe me? Here, I set up my tripod so that I can show you live on camera.
Let's mute him until he's finished his sponsor read. Because I'm mid-game, I can't pause. Chica's fucked off again. Where did she go? Is she gone for a piss or is she at my door? No fucking clue. She is gone. She is actually fucked off. Lady, you good? Oh, no, okay. No, they're both on. They're both on this side.
Every week. The most important thing.
Still fucking sponsoried.
Offices. Until we finally get our shit together and tame Mars like the naughty space.
Okay, yeah, shut the fuck up while you do your sponsor read.
Get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of order. These 50 at Factor. Off your next month of orders. Factor. It's food, and you can eat it.
Back to the
Once
sushi.
simple food sold by Japanese street vendors, sushi has gone uptown. Today, skilled chefs produce bite-sized morsels with gastronomic artistry, a blend of color, texture, and taste. Sushi appeals to the eye as well as the palate.
Bunny is still over there.
The chef, unable to resist bare-handed fondling, then uses each hand to fondle the other in an incredible meta maneuver. A smidgen of wasabi goes under a snarf of fish and is impacted by a snizzle gem of rice. The hole poked in the middle is for diners to place coins in as a tip for the sushi chef. This custom is mandatory in American sushi restaurants for some stupid reason. Speed is essential when making sushi, because if the chef doesn't work quickly, the fish might die.
Really, the fish might die, huh?
Pickled ginger is often served because it's cheaper than throwing it out. And that's how sushi is made. Oh, I guess we're not done. Cucumber rolls, or cucumberopoly in Japanese, start with a spiral carved cucumber. Hey, camera guy, stop bothering Peter, he's concentrating. The ribbon cuts are then layered so they can be cut into thin sticks. This technique is known as sticking it to the man, named after the motto of Saigo Takamori during the Satsuma Rebellion against the Meiji government. This is roasted seaweed called roasted seaweed.
What?
Upon placing it on a bamboo mat, rice is smushed together so it sticks to the nori. I mean roasted seaweed. And now it's time to mix those yucky cucumber sticks in like a dog's peanut butter medicine. Do you know what rolling is? Oh, you do? Oh, good. Well, then this part should be fucking obvious, shouldn't it? And don't go making any rolling a blunt joke.
Let me pause that while we pick up the phone.
Hey, so I left a review of Freddy's a while back. I think I left my wallet in the room with the stage when I visited for my evaluation. I'm gonna stop by and pick it up, but I hope it's not too awkward now that your ratings are in the dump. You know, I didn't think I was too harsh with that review. I mean, a shell of its former performance, it's not too harsh. Maybe it was a bit too far, I don't know. Well, the past is in the past, right? You know, I did like your guys' pizza. It was, warm and cheesy. Like a pizza, you know. I'll give you some points. Yeah, I'll be over to pick up my wallet Monday. Sound good? Okay, bye.
Back to the sushi.
Your friends are lying to you when they say that you're funny.
Fuck off, Foxy.
If the roll defecates, this handy wiping cloth is there for cleanup. The roll is sliced in half, put together, then sliced 3 more times. And the incredible delicacy of cucumbers and rice prepared in an unnecessarily elaborate way is ready. And that's how sushi is made. Wait, more really? Fine. For an inside-out roll, also known as advanced sushi, the sushi seaweed combo is flipped.
No, we're not doing that here.
Pretend I just said something hilarious about the wasabi being smeared on the seaweed as the chef layers it further with uncanned tuna and avocado. Thank you for mentioning my joke in the comments. Seriously, what is with our editor? Do we need to see the chef's jerk-off face this much? Garnish for this roll is toasted sesame seeds. But it can also include fish roe, sauces, and love notes from the chef for particularly attractive customers. Plastic wrap and a sushi mat are used to help further shape the sushi, making sure it's sushi-shaped and not dinosaur-shaped like the kids' meals. Inside Out Sushi was made in 1960s California to hide the seaweed in the rice for Westerners who didn't like seaweed, resulting in the California roll. That fact is entirely true, meaning Americans having to hide yucky food to eat it like a dog's medicine in peanut butter is an entirely accurate joke. And that's how sushi— God damn it, more? The final thing on the menu is the hand roll, also known as Shigeru Miyamoto. He presses rice into the crispy seaweed called nori, and layers the next ingredients diagonally over the rice. Wasabi, a Japanese herb called shiso, and 2 pieces of tuna. He folds the— Are you shitting? Are you shitting? Really? You're gonna play the credits now? You're gonna play the credits now, when we still have half an episode left. You're gonna play the credits right now while I'm in the middle of speaking, and we still have half the episode left to do. I understand the sushi segment was a little bit longer, but it was a 2-parter. There was a lot to talk about, and it was very interesting, but I'm not done. The episode's not done, production team. This is not when you roll the credits. You know when you do roll the credits? At the end of the episode. We still have 2 more segments. Oh, God.
Foxy.
The ancient Greek poet Homer called olive oil liquid gold. And today, a little drizzle can still dazzle. Like fine wine, premium olive oil can bring a complexity of flavors to the table and create a real taste sensation.
Thank you.
The roots of the olive tree stretch
Luckily, we
far
still
into
have
the
plenty to
past,
go.
leading to generations of diversification and varieties. Here are 3 types of olives, and the 3 types of olive resin that they will eventually produce. In the times of ancient
Yes,
Olympia,
we have
named for the Italian
played
word
this
for olives, olive oil was
while.
also used to fuel lamps and given away as trophies in strongboy competitions.
Bye-bye.
When green olives turn a vibrant red, they're ripe and ready to be harvested by the Scuttlebug 5000. The Scuttlebug 5000, which also doubles as an inmate torture device, shakes the olives from their branches. The Super Olive Brothers collect the olives in nets placed below the trees, and Peter makes a cameo to ensure the olives' quality. They funnel the harvested olives, many of which are disgustingly inedible green olives, into a collection bin. The olive sinkhole swallows the olives to both an early death and a bath of clean water. A reverse enema tube diarrheas the olives out onto a conveyor belt, which vibrates purely for her pleasure. And for his pleasure? Well, he can have these leaves and twigs, I guess. The clean olives are now overjoyed to merrily bounce their fantastic little selves right into the crusher. Hey, check out this diorama I made. A motor drives 1,300-pound wheels in drift races around the newly constructed olive track. Just like in rally car racing, spectator under-wheel fatalities are just part of the sport. During this process, factory workers will often take a break by playing a game of Oleo Carly. As you can see here, they're currently winning. Aw, now they're losing.
Aw, damn.
A metal barbershop pole helps separate the oil from the olive paste, which in turn is extracted by this machine called the Olive Fucker 5000. Hey, check out this cool diorama I made.
Again. Another diorama.
The Olive Fucker 5000 is so advanced we forgot how it works, so let's just move on. The oil is pumped into this container that pumps out the oil from the oil pumped into it. In the company break room, the tea is almost ready. Samples of only the highest quality batches go to the testing room. There, they are tested by an ordinary volunteer to help judge the general public's opinion on the current batch. First, he inhales the aroma of the oil. Hundreds of man-hours have been poured into selecting only the finest olives to make it this far. Then, he partakes in a taste test as he would a fine glass of wine. The oil this vineyard boasts is said to be some of the finest and most delectable in all the world. Oh, never mind. This oil packing coaster was created to keep its entire process automated, maintaining both superb hygiene and enough intensity to ensure guests won't want to go on anything more thrilling than Oil Packing Coaster 1. The oil oleif Falinsing machine fills the cans full of
37 minutes.
Duh, have you been paying attention? After the cans are capped, they do a double anti-Casper flip so they land ready to pack. The oil enters the bottles in a machine that could either be a filling or rinsing machine. Ah well, the world may never know.
I guess we'll never know if that's a filling or rinsing machine,
Before
eh?
this soda oil conspiracy can be explored any further, the bottles are capped by a mysterious device.
Whoa.
Okay, why is the next part of this script an explanation on how labels are all applied? I've already talked about that. How many times do I have to explain how labels are applied to bottles before you finally understand how it's made? I have already gone over that in 97 other episodes. Seriously, first you guys misplaced the credits, and now the script is getting lazy, redundant, and recycled? You
Yep.
guys are on thin ice, I swear. A tower crane moves building materials up to construction crews working above the ground. The operator's cabin is near the top. Just above that is the jib, which hoists the load and trolleys it back and forth. The jib and cabin rotate on a turntable called a slewing platform, or slewing unit.
Goodbye, Foxy. 39.
In a funny bit of irony, the most efficient way to build a tower crane is by using existing tower cranes. Aside from old tower cranes being the perfect tool for the job, tower cranes are most often built on site to save on time and transportation costs. The way to get into and out of the control cabin is via a very long ladder climb built within the tower's frame. This crane is being disassembled for demonstration purposes. Tower cranes are built in segments held together with high-strength bolts. Segments are continually added to the cranes until they reach the height they need to be. This elevating device the workers ride on can operate backwards or forwards to help them add or remove segments as needed.
I'm playing this like it's 50-20 mode. I need to chill. It's still 12 AM.
Slewing unit and base.
40 minutes in and we lost 10%.
Assembly of a new crane's
Oh,
tower
9%.
part starts with old recycled slewing units, the first of which were handcrafted in the 1950s. First, the tower head is removed since it will be reattached once the crane is built at the proper height. This allows operators to work on the control cabin freely and in a factory setting. The rotating gears of the cabin are passed over by an automatic greasing unit to help keep them lubricated.
Yeah, lubricated them
This machine
rods, bro.
pressurizes the old cabin's
This
internal
sounds wrong.
gears to make sure they don't become loose
Take
or
that back, I'll
misaligned
take that
during the
back.
crane's intensive lifts. A worker unscrews the recycled base to ensure the gears have been correctly calibrated and are secured in place. Oil is applied to the outer screw holes for future part installations, and the base cover is hoisted into place to be screwed on later. If the internal gears are no longer viable from machine wear or corrosion, they will be removed and melted down for scrap. Meanwhile, the tower cabin moves on to the next part of the process. Workers run cabling through the cabin to enable function of its electronic systems, temporarily removing the seat to inspect that all connections are properly functional. The windows on most tower cranes are impact resistant to protect the operator from any other construction vehicles and bird collisions. After fully inspecting the window's durability, the rubber glass liner is replaced to ensure a snug fit. These giant steel gears make up the turning mechanisms of the crane body. First, holding them like a bowling ball, an operator removes guide bearings from the inside of the gears, leftovers from the manufacturing process.
Okay, I found Bonnie.
After checking that they'll fit properly, the gears are separated so they can be properly stacked together, and then given a full coating of grease to ensure smooth operation.
Smooth
A
operator.
finished gear assembly looks a bit like the Roman Colosseum, with each gear mounted on top of the other. Recycle gears that require it can be reshaped and power washed to maintain their shape before being put into the finished gear assembly. Large O-rings like this will later be placed on top and bottom of the assembly to protect the gears inside. In another factory, the crane towers are sprayed over with a new coat of primer, so they can later be fully repainted in the standard safety yellow.
Freddy is not moved yet.
After the primer has dried, but before the final repainting, is the perfect time to perform any touch-up welds, preserving the structural integrity of the frame. The internal ladder system is most often made by hand and attached to the tower structure after it undergoes final safety inspections.
Fair enough.
From there, any additional specialty platforms such as concrete buckets, pallet forks, or worker ride-on baskets are also welded by hand, inspected, and then attached to the crane as needed. Aside from this, there's many more parts for tower cranes being introduced every year, as construction innovation and modern building techniques continue to evolve.
Oh no, no signal.
Okay guys, wait, can we pause for a minute? Something about that one really bothered me. Can you guys play for me the demo music track, please? You know, the demo one, yeah, the one that we use for the rough cuts for timing, not the final one, not the one that's going out, the demo one. What? Oh my god. Okay, skip back to when the cabin control tower is moving through the factory. You son of a bitch. It was backwards. That entire segment was backwards. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Now we're lying to an international audience just for the sake of pumping out more content? I could tolerate mistakenly rolling the credits early. I was able to forgive all the recycled segments and jokes, but this crosses the line. I am not going to blatantly lie to the faces of our devoted audience who expect pure educational content. We have never once on this program shown any unfactual information, and we've meticulously background checked our scripts for accuracy. We've never even made a single joke in our 6 years of running this program, but now, now in a desperate bid to get clicks and views and to dodge all the false copyright claims that we get hit with all the time, we're going with this Cash grab? Now I don't even know what's real anymore. We were on CNN, for God's sakes. How could all of this be fake? Is liquid black real? Is a jizz of mayonnaise an actual serving size? Just how much horse semen is in the food we eat? Because I'm starting to think it's not very much at all. Is bacon really made out of dogs? What happened to Strong Marcus? I haven't seen him in ages. Is there even such a thing as an innocent cocoa bean bag? I'm starting to suspect that they're all guilty of something. When we fired the X-12 Mega Revolver, did we get a license for that? What does it matter if it's chocolate or mint? Sometimes it can be both. How do you even pronounce Worcestershire sauce anyway? You know what?
Oh,
I'm gonna say it.
Worcestershire
I felt
sauce.
bad when I yelled at those brownies. They didn't deserve it. Oh, and by the way, we did wake people up during the cheesecake episode. You know what? You know what? I quit. I fucking quit. I quit. Why don't you guys replace me? I'm done. Replace me. Go ahead. For the remainder of this show's run. You know, I understand that this was a pilot season, a test run. How about when this fucking airs on TV, you replace me? I've heard the audition tapes. I've heard that Brooks Moore guy. He's really good. I'm sure he would love this job.
It's not
And he
even
can
1
have
a.m.
it.
yet, and they're all
I'm
already
done.
active.
Bye. Welcome to our all-white special, starting with our first white product, milk.
What?
Today's cutting-edge dairy farms are fully automated. Sophisticated equipment feeds the cows, cleans up their manure, milks them, and even checks the quality of the milk. The key to good milk output is a good cow. And good cows are ones that make good eye contact, displaying a healthy and friendly demeanor. The cows chow down on a mixture of hay, fertilizer, grass, and grains, supplemented with minerals and proteins, such as soy. Particularly good milk-producing cows will have white hair with black spots, while non-milking cows will have black hair with white spots. Cows only produce milk while in the super pregnancy stage of gestation. Starting at about 15 to 17 months of age, the cows are pumped to the max with bull semen yearly for about 6 years. The newborn calf suckles for a couple days, and then is promptly slaughtered in front of its mother to make delicious veal, causing the mother to continue sympathy lactating for another 10 to 12 months, which is then harvested for human consumption. The cow poopy is automatically cleaned every 6 months to ensure the most sanitary conditions possible for the cows while obeying USDA cost-cutting standards. Since animals don't have souls and don't go to heaven, the welfare of the cows is a high priority in this state-of-the-art cow factory. These cows aren't confined to stalls, walk around the factory freely, and have an attorney on retainer in case of any legal disputes. They scratch themselves against this state-of-the-art $400,000 cow brush, which doesn't really do anything, but it makes the cows feel pretty, resulting in better milk. Each cow is given a set of numbers corresponding to the local state lottery. The cow who is chosen by the lottery wins the grand prize of being slaughtered and eaten by the town. Cows operate on a classic Santa Claus system for milking, where the nice cows are allowed to eat and lounge around all day, while the naughty cows line up for their turn in the shame box.
Okay, isn't the toilets again.
The shame box is designed so a single cow can enter at a time, and is open viewing so the rest of the herd can judge the naughty cow for all of its sins.
Damn.
The punishment for betraying the cow god's love is being milked by the cold metal hands of an unthinking, unfeeling machine. In footage that's most definitely going to raise our age rating, the cow's udder is cleaned until it shines like new. Emergency services are standing by.
God.
The machine laser guides the teat cups onto the cow's 4 udders. The machinery hasn't been updated since 2002, so sometimes it needs to search the internet for what teats are to do its job properly. good stuff.
It's cows. It's fine.
Once the cow's udders are connected, they are flooded with 1% milk as a present for acting on good behavior for their punishment duration. This milk will combine with the pre-existing 2% milk in their udders to create whole milk. A sophisticated pump analyzes the milk for quality and consistency. If the system detects the cow has an infection, traces of blood in her milk, or is in just kind of a grumpy mood, the system automatically rejects the batch and sets fire to the entire barn. As the nipple sweepers get disinfected, the robot disengages each teat separately, which is the same way that I handle your mother.
Jesus Christ.
Once the suction cups come off, the teats are sprayed with new car smell to prepare the cow for its future life as an all-leather interior. After 10,000 cows have been fully milked, the prophecy is fulfilled, and the machine
fuck is this?
self-destructs, now free from the cow god's bidding, while holy water fills the sacred pump to purge its name from the history books. But as with all things, the cycle will always begin anew, and life will struggle to break free of it until its final ultimate cleansing by the machine
There we
uprising.
go.
There's more to come of the all-white special, right after this special promotion. New from the creator of How It's Actually Made, turning a spear inside out, and whatever else we can name drop to get you interested in buying products, comes the first line of Hugbee's merchandise.
It's me on a shirt for you!
This high-octane, energy-spewing t-shirt celebrating the launch of the Hugbee's gaming channel, Hugbee's Gamer Mode, can be yours right now by clicking the link in the description. Yes, this is real, and yes, you can own one for real-world actual money. This warrior's armor, disguised as an ordinary t-shirt designed by Hugbee's himself and mostly by a professional designer, radiates like the burning surface of the sun to alert everyone in a 30-mile radius to your presence. With its slick color scheme and over-the-top design, channel the iridescence of 90s flame lining and Guy Fieri fashion while supporting the greatest content creator who has ever lived on his never-ending quest to embarrass his competition all at the same time.
I love wearing something that reminds me of me.
Check out the merch website to grab one, featuring various blurbs and lore dumps written by Hugbee's himself. Who's this Asian guy wearing the shirt? Who knows? Who cares? The shirts don't discriminate. Anyone can wear them. If you want to become an objectively better person, instantly become 20% more attractive, and become someone who owns a t-shirt that will make the rest of your closet feel boring and lifeless, then you can check out this limited time campaign at HugbeesCoolMerch.com to wear a piece of Hugbees all over your body. Sales of this legendary artifact will end April 27th. After that, a timer-activated bomb is going to blow up every single piece of unsold inventory, meaning those that bought one can gloat about how they'll be lucky forever to have something with the Hugbees seal of approval on it. And all it took was buying one from the description in this video. The Hugbees Gamer Mode shirt. Don't just wear it, buy two and wear them at the same time. Campaign ends April 27th. Go and get one before they run out at HugbeesCoolMerch.com or use the link in the description. Next on the all-white special, mail, with its standard white envelopes. What do the letters F, D, I, O, and U have in common? They are all part of postal codes, used in abbreviations for state names. These letters and numbers are read by high-tech machines that sort our mail. Trucks bring in mail picked up by postal outlets and mailboxes for work-release criminal.
That's enough for now. We actually have to lock in because it's 1 AM, but Freddy's on the move. And so is Foxy. Not right now, but he will be. And we just watched a cow get milked, so you know, we'll need to not have cows being milked as content on a FNaF thing. Bonnie's there. Chica and Freddy are there. Foxy is still being a bitch. Just walked away, just walked away. Okay, I'm fine. Almost an hour in chat. We're almost an hour in. I don't know why I checked over there. I know that Bonnie's just left. Is there. Freddy's there and Chica's here. Foxy is right around the corner. Calm down. I'm really doing this for 6 hours. She's in the corner. I'm fine. She's on this side. Freddy, where's your fat ass going? Okay, well, fine. Chica is there. So funny. We'll live. Where's he at? Bonnie? Yeah. Chica? Yeah. You ready for us to hit a 1 hour chat? From 1 hour onwards, if we die, I'm not coming back. 1 hour!
Listen up, because this is very important. I was the one that worked in the office before you. Underneath your seat is a carefully crafted shotgun trap that's destined to blow 5 minutes from now. You are not my intended target, and my contraption does not know that. So listen closely and follow my directions carefully. Look down at your numpad right now. Press 1. Now press 2. Press 3. Press 4. Press 5. Press 6. Press 7. Press 9. Okay, now press enter. Alright. The next step requires a little bit of math. Think of a number between 1 through 10.
5.
Okay, now add 9 to it. Subtract 5. And multiply it by 2. Alright, last step. Now, with your right hand, and it's very important that this is with your right hand, press left shift and right shift at the same time. Okay, it's gonna blow up anyways. Bye.
Hell yeah. Anyway, what the fuck is Bonnie? Finally. I was like, wait, what? Am I gonna lose an hour progress? It's like, it's gonna blow up anyways. There's already one in there, apparently. Oh, well. Is it kind of pull like a main night sequence where okay, it's going down far A side. There it is. She can still look pinned in that corner. I was gonna pull like a night 3 thing part way through where I just have to fight Foxy and then we're back. Yep. I've got plenty of power. I went over my limit for the time. Well, I went under the limit for the time, so I have some extra power, pretty much. There we go. So I have extra power for this hour. Um, the other two have not moved in so long. Alright, which side, Foxy? Which side this time? Alright, chat, this is apparently easy as hell. So far. I've died once to stupidity, but besides that, we've been good. chat, what do you wanna do for a bit? I mean, if you want to check out my Discord, link is in the description and on my main page. In there you can... Well, we've got a poll up at the moment for what I'm streaming tomorrow. But... we also have... a link to my link tree where all my socials are. We have my main chat area, general chat. We have one for games chat, so you can talk about you mastering any game or anything, or like secrets in games and stuff, all there. We have an art channel, so you can post any art you want to do, or not do, but any art you've done, you can put it there. And AI art, that's it. Forgot what I was going to say. AI art, we don't, well, I don't like having on I was about to say, did he bang and then just not leave for a sec? But no, he left. AI art, we don't really condone because it's art theft. Because it takes other people's art and says it's your and like uses it as training data. The only thing you can use AI art for is for ideas for what you want to do. Inspiration. Don't take it and say it's your own, but you can use it as inspiration. That's all you can use the AI for if you're posting any art that use some form of AI on my art channel. But no posting AI art saying it's your own. And the mods and stuff in the server, if they feel the need to, or if any of you guys joining feel the need to, you can reverse search any of the art and call it out if it is AI, and I don't notice or the mods don't notice it is. Because we all can't tell immediately if something is AI. Because since it uses so much training data, there could be some art we don't catch. Because it has learned well. But if you do see any AI art, call it out and let me know. So either I, mods, or the person that posted it themselves can remove it. But yeah, we also have a self-promo section, so if you do YouTube or Twitch, or you do art as commissions and stuff, you can post there. And the reason why is posting it there instead of going into people's DMs about it. They're going, hey, do you want to commission some art for me? It's because the amount of times that people go into DMs from servers saying stuff like, oh, I do commissions. Do you want to commission some art? Generally, the people that are asking for it don't have the funds. Or the person is just a scammer in general. So what we do is have it on the self-promo. So if it turns out to be a scammer, you guys, me, and my mods can all call it out and remove the person. There is one that's in my server at the moment, but I'm going to be deleting their stuff in due time because of the fact that I am kind of busy with a lot of other stuff. Because those, like, people that do, what's it? It's the people that, like, find streamers, go into their chat going, oh hey, I do commissions on decals for streams if you want some. Which, no, I don't. The reason why I have it so basic is because I'm starting off. And I will be working on it to make it a lot better over time. I enjoy my basic little setup for now. What I will be doing is moving the setup, so, not setup, moving the chat under my camera, and doing a bunch of stuff when I have the money to have it so chat is underneath me. I have the top section next to my camera set up for like the alerts and stuff, and next to, like, there'll be two sections at the top, one that has all the alerts and another one that has the like, follow me on. They'll have, like, follow me on this, that, and the other platform for more. And again, that's when I have the money, because I also need to buy a proper setup, I need to buy a second monitor, more games, more storage for my PC, more RAM for my PC, a better GPU, CPU's fine, but a better GPU, stuff like that. But all of that will be when I have my own place. It won't just be me having my own place, that'll be me, Zeno, and well, either me, just me and Zeno, or me, Zeno, and someone else, or something. Yep. The reason why it won't just be me is because I don't have the money, nor will I have the money. By then, I'll probably have a job, but the amount of money it costs for a place is extortionate. But yeah, me and Zeno probably, or me and Evie. Probably me and Evie, or me, Evie, and Zeno if I can find somewhere that has 3 rooms. We'll be setting up for streams. Well, me and Evie definitely want to do streams. Zeno will do videos. But, no, you'll probably have me in the background just going, you fucking bitch! To, like, a game or something that's stressing me out. And depending on a lot of stuff, I'll either stick with webcam, do webcam and either stick with webcam or do VR chat, depending on how I'm feeling for the day. I'll have a proper job, but it might be night shifts, because it means then I'm not doing streams late at night when Evie and Zeno are probably out asleep. And it means then I can do sleep streams if I don't have any ideas for what to play that day. But we'll find out when the time comes, because I need to get a job first. Or an apprenticeship in mechanical engineering, or automotive engineering. Which I am going to be looking for once I've gone back from my trip to Italy in March, early April. Because I'm gonna look from now is a good idea, yes, but they might not be putting up the ones to start June, July-ish. So, June and July. I think it might be July that we finish properly. I'll be hopefully in an apprenticeship, but until then I will be applying for several different apprenticeships to have one done and sorted for when I go to Italy, well, not when I go to Italy, but have them sorted once I get back from Italy. I'll be applying. Whoa, sorry, that sentence made no sense. Once I've gotten back from Italy, I'll be applying for apprenticeships in engineering, so I'll be sorted once I've finished. Yeah, I know, so maybe night shift so I can do sleep streams during the day, but I'll be doing that so I can have a job, get everything sorted for streams, and then see if there is any better paying night shift jobs. That then I can do as a job, because I want better pay. I don't mind doing night shifts because my sleep schedule is fucked up anyway. I don't tend to manage to get to sleep until it's already like 2 o'clock in the morning, even if it's a college day, the next day. So I tend to just deal with it. I tend to just deal with it on college nights. Because if I can't sleep by about 3 o'clock, I'm not going to be up early enough for college the next day. And if it's a college night, I need to be up for at least 7 o'clock, at latest 7 o'clock, earliest 6. Because if I get up for 7, If I get up latest for 7, it gives me half an hour to get up, dressed, and get a coffee, all before I leave for college. But if I honestly, I forgot to check Foxy for a second. Surprised I'm still alive. Yeah, if I leave for like 3 o'clock, if I get up at 6, it gives me an hour and a half instead of just half an hour. Because if I get any bus later than like 8 o'clock, I am late for college no matter what. I lost my mouse. Yeah, I'm late no matter what if I leave for the 8:15 bus. Because I live on a school road, so the bus is already delayed. But the 8:15 bus won't show up till about 8:30, which gives half an hour for me to get to college. So, if I get up for 7, I can get the bus to college at about quarter to 8ish, so the bus gets here. It won't be as delayed, so it'll be about 8 o'clock that it shows up, which is a full hour for me to get to college. And even then, I'm at there for like 8:30. Well, not 8:30, it's like 8:45. Which gives me time to get a bottle of Coke and a packet of crisps before I start. Well, a bottle of Coke and a packet of crisps before I have to, like, get fully changed for service. I get the 8:30 bus if I have to be in for 10. But I don't need to be in for 10, it's quarter to 11, so I get the 9 o'clock bus on days that I'm in restaurant service, since restaurant service is a bit more chill and laid back. I need to stay off cameras for a bit, even though we have plenty of time, but you know. But the only problems are if I wake up and it's like 7:15. Because I tried to leave my house for the bus about quarter an hour before the bus arrives.
Hey, so Monday's a no-go. My wallet's gonna have to wait. You see, my dog is in the hospital. I'm gonna be sick that day. No, it's not good either. I have a dentist appointment. Yeah, I have a dentist appointment on Monday, so, Tuesday then? I'll come by? Okay, awesome, fantastic. Sounds good. Bye-bye.
Dog is in the hospital. I'm sick on Monday. I've got a dentist appointment. I don't think he might be able to be in on Monday, you know? Alright, anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, like, bus to college and stuff. But yeah, I have English on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, I'm only in for services on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next term. So I have a term-based and a whole year-based timetable. The term-based is the services, and the whole year is the actual lessons. I have English on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and on Mondays and Wednesdays I have lessons in the afternoon. So I have, on Mondays I have service then lesson, Tuesdays I have English, Wednesdays I've got service then lesson, Thursdays I've got service then English, Fridays I've just got service for next term. But the services are different. We have like a little we have like a Subway type place and a little cafe in college. The Subway type place is called Arches, the little cafe is Taste, but we also have an actual restaurant, which is the Taste restaurant in college. Mondays, I used to be at Arches. Last term, for example, I was in Arches on Mondays, and then I was doing, and that was from about 9, well I had to be in for 9, but the lesson didn't start till 10, so it's an hour to get there, prep, get everything sorted, and get ready for serving. Wednesdays I was in the restaurant from about 11:15 till about 1 o'clock-ish. And Thursday, Friday I was in Taste on the Go, which is like the little cafe. TOTG. And I used to be in there from about same times as Archers, so from 10 till 1. Taste on the Go, Archers and restaurant all closed at like 1ish. But yeah, I used to work there. Well, I do still technically work there as a college worker. It's college lessons, but not exactly lessons. But I used to do that often. Changing again for the next term coming up. But yeah, it was easy, simple, and made everything kind of annoying to try and like schedule stuff for, because of it changing. What I know is that not next term, but the term after, so after the next break, I will be in college from about, on Thursdays, I'll be in college from my 3 o'clock English lesson to about 9 o'clock in the afternoon. 9:30 in the afternoon, which means I'm getting a late bus home. There's Foxy. Or is he just standing there? Everyone froze. Is that normal? Holy shit. Everyone froze except Foxy. Is this just a Foxy fight now? Not again. Freddy was twitching, but he's not anymore. Bunny and Chica have been frozen there since about 1 o'clock. Foxy was the only one that did move. Thank fuck. They're alive. The fact he clips through Bunny there. Bunny doesn't have a... it has his arm, but it's not solid apparently. move my phone. There we go. I got plenty of power, it's fine. No. New release on YouTube Music. Hello. Unfinished, I did another song. Let's go. For a second it looks like Freddy was about to square up with Bonnie for a sec. What was I say? Anyways, sorry, I'll try to see if I can get a Golden Freddy Easter egg. He on the schmoove. Foxy schmoovin' groovin'. But lockdown. Go in there. Yep. Staring off into the distance for a minute. Freddy's moving. Alright. Freddy's coming down this way. Maybe go in here first. Alright, guys. Yep. Alright, chat. We've made it to 1.5 hours. We are a quarter of the way through. Let's go. I really put myself through the fucking well and have. Are we gonna have Bonnie and Chica actually get fucking involved again? It is 1:40 and they are not getting involved. This whole time I dealt with more Freddys than I have a combination of Bonnie and Chica. I'm pretty slow. It's brother. Bonnie not move, Chica not move, Chica's in the corner. Hi. Fuck me, I'm actually getting tired doing this. How long have we been going for? 2 hours. Hi, Foxy. I mean, it kind of makes sense I didn't make it halfway through and then just fucking died. It's a dumbassery. Ba 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 da ba da ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba. Huh? Hello, how you doing, Zeno? This is the full 6-hour mode on FNaF in real time. I am an hour 42 minutes through. I did make it to half an hour the first run, but because of me being a dumbass, I died. Because at the start I only watched one side, forgetting, oh wait, Bonnie was on this side, because I watched him walk away not too long before. I was like, oh, it's gonna be fine. Completely forgot he existed. And went like, oh yeah, Bonnie's here. Turned to the other side, went to close the door after seeing him in the window. Well, not seeing him in the window, but seeing him here. Well, chat. That's another fucking dumbassery I did there. I don't have the money for it, Zeno, so no. If I had the money, yes, but I don't. I did say before, I don't have the money for it, so I'm not going to be able to do it. So chat, that's the second run, and we died because of me talking. I didn't realise Freddy moved. And then, oh my god, stop with that. The connection is fine. It'll take a while for me to get the money for it, Zeno, because I'm unemployed. I don't have a job nor money. But, I have the remastered collection of Five Nights at Fredbear's. This one, the Five Nights at Fredbear's 3, was the first one of these that I saw. They were just funny, in my opinion. Because, you know, it's like SFM quality stuff. But we have the glitched attraction that is an option for tomorrow. If you join the Discord, you can have a look at what is on there. And we have the Return to Freddy's with this. This is the Winter Wonderland version. I think I've watched someone play it, but obviously not played it myself. But it's an option for what I'm going to be doing at some point. I will rerun the FNaF in Real Time 6-hour, but I just need to not get distracted and probably do it while on VR chat, so someone else can talk to chat while I lock in at like 1 hour in. Has the source code, but I don't care about that. Oblitus Casa. I forgot about you. Even your cameras aren't safe. Yeah, I figured that much. Yeah, I forgot about this. This probably be something that I play. July 2023. They made more Jollies? April Fools. I was about to say, they made a 2023 one. And then I read April. What the fuck? Then I read the April Fools and I'm like, no. But yeah, installed games. So I've got the Return to Freddy's Wonderland edition, the Glitched Attraction, which is part of the poll on Discord if you want to go there and pick what you want me to stream tomorrow. We'll rerun the 6-hour mode probably not tomorrow but on Thursday. No, tomorrow is Thursday, Friday. Or Saturday. This I'll have to do again continue at some point. And this I have to replay the entire game anyway, for the good ending. But, if you guys have had fun, I know we didn't do the full 6 hour, but I changed the title to say, practice, because I didn't exactly make it too far before I died. Made it to about 2 hours. Well, actually that's most of the way through. Not most, but some of the way through. Camera, calm down. I'm right here. I'm not here. Chill. But yeah, we made it quite far through. I will run it again at some point. When, I don't know. But at some point I will. As for the Poppy Chapter 5, it is releasing today, but it isn't. But it isn't released yet. So, let's go on wishlist. But when it does release, I will hopefully play it. Not to, immediately, but when I have the money as well. Because it says, this content plans to unlock in approximately less than an hour. So it'll be about 5 o'clock that's downloadable. So we have an hour beforehand. As for the not as for when I have the money, I will get it. Let me check something real quick actually. And yeah, chat, I know that this was supposed to be the full thing. I will do a stream later today. Again, to make up for the one that I didn't do yesterday. Because, as you know, I didn't do yesterday's stream because I was I was busy with stuff all day. Forgot how to speak for a sec. Yeah, I was busy all day yesterday, so I couldn't do a stream. But yeah, when I have the money, I'll get it. Don't know how long it'll be until then. But I will actually get it. But until then, well, until later today, which, as kind of, well, I'll say payment, not really payment, but as a fact that I didn't do the stream yesterday, what I will do is, on Game Jolt, I will actually, Game Jolt, Steam. What games do I have on my Steam again? Zeno, if you're still here, do you have Repo? I can't remember. Do you have it downloaded? So if you have Repo downloaded, do you want to play some Repo later? And stream that? Because, yeah, I suck, but that's the fun of it. And I'll see if I can get one of my other friends to join too. So instead of just being one, there's 3 of us. Discord. Zeno. I don't know. Actually, I'll message on Discord. Do. Yeah, what I'll probably do is later play Repo if Zeno and one of my other friends, if they still have it, want to play it. Because if both of those two have it downloaded, we can play Repo and have fun with that. If they don't have it though, I will play run a couple solos. Because I don't mind because I've not played Repo in a little bit. press play, bitch. But yeah, anyway, chat. I hope you had fun. I know that today I didn't do much of the actual game, but I died twice. And I am not doing it again, even though I fucked up at 2 hours. And I'll do it at some point, maybe not tomorrow, but in like a couple days. Because I need practice. Yeah, since I've fucked it, what I'll do is end this stream here and probably watch some YouTube, get a drink, stuff like that, until I have yeah, I'll end this here, and later we'll do another stream. Tomorrow we will probably just... tomorrow we'll play whichever game was selected on the Discord, which, if I look at the count at the moment, we have 4 for Poppy Playtime, and we have, well, 4 including the bot. So, 3 for Poppy Playtime, and 2 for the Hypixel. People who have selected Poppy, not Poppy, people who have selected Poppy Playtime are Bright, Zana, and Alexander, or the gay Canadian cat. But so far, Poppy Playtime is winning on tomorrow's stream, and latest stream will be our good old Repo, which I have not played in so long. But if you guys have had fun, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and comment what you want me to do in a future stream, or come to the Discord, because if I we have a section where you can post your best memes for a meme review. We have an art wall where you can post any art you want to do, and we have games chat and stuff like that, and we have Freddy's mic, which is music suggestions for stuff like not thumbnails, for like intro music and whatnot. You can post any thing you want me to put on for music in streams and stuff, if I can. Which makes it so it's easier for, like, this pod. It's easier for having a little less boredom on the intro and stuff like that. And if you want any more things that you think could do the stream good, let me know, and I can add it in. Because I'm always down to add something new to my streams, if I think it'll do it good. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in tomorrow's stream. Join the Discord, link in bio, join the Reddit and stuff like that through the Discord, makes it easier. My link tree is also my profile on YouTube, but it's on the announcements page on my Discord. And hope you guys have had fun, love you all, and I'll see y'all in the latest stream. Peace out.